Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Amberfight Gaming Ubers Offseason Tour. My name is Zelia Akari, and this is the third and final group stage match of the tour. All matches have been concluded for the group stages, and the playoffs are set. This match will determine if I can make playoffs or not. I have my team, as you all know, and I am going up against Exilus and his very daunting squad, which starts with Deoxys Attack into Samurott Hisui. We have Terra King Gambit as his one and only Terra captain. We have Ditto, Palmot, Shaman Sky, Mega Camerupt, Ariados, and his other Uber and Genesect. So, very much Pokemon that I had to do a lot of planning for. I had quite a good plan in store for this battle. I am super excited to get this underway, so let's go ahead and show you my team. All right. So here I have my team for the match. I can go over some of the reasons for my calcs as best as I can remember. And as this is post recording this section in post, as well as obviously the replay after the match happens. And so we'll start it off with my Uber. We have Palkia Origin. We're running the usual Spatial Rend and Substitute, as I've run that every single time. This time we're running Flamethrower, and just so we don't miss, and I think Surf is good enough into the Pokemon that I will be clicking Surf into. I think like Deoxys Attack, Surf is more than good into. Ditto as well. Probably just click a Spatial Rend anyways. But anyways, we're holding the Lustrous Globe. We are 136 speed, we are 120 HP, and we are 252 special attack with Timid Nature. We have Tapu Koko with the Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Koko is EV'd to be just barely faster than Scarf Shaman. And we're running a bit of a different set this week. I've been running mainly sets that are special attack focused, but this week we're running full physical. We have 24 HP, 252 attack, 232 speed. Jolly Nature, we're running U-Turn, Brave Bird, Wild Charge, and Nature's Madness. I think this will be interesting for sure. It could do quite a lot of work. And being faster than a lot of things means that we can use Koko's decently high attack stat for once. Next up, we have Roly Poly, the Iron Treads. This week, we're rocking a Chople Berry specifically for Pokemon like King Gambit and Palmot, and like Deoxys Attack runs like Focus Blast and Low Kick. You've got Samurott Hisui, which can run fighting moves. And so yeah, there's a lot of fighting moves in there, and I wanted to run Chople Berry on my Iron Treads to make sure that especially if I decide on leading the Treads, we can always slam a knockoff into Deoxys, and that'd be pretty good. So we're running 248 HP, 88 attack, 96 special defense, and 76 speed. So we're speed creeping essentially Samurott Hisui, or I think this is it's probably more to speed creep actually. It's either got to be fully for Genesect or for, and I'm gonna say it's for Samurott. Looking back, just because Genesect probably doesn't run speed anyways, but Samurott does want to run a little bit of speed. Next up, we have our Iron Boulder. We have the Mighty Bee. We're actually running a Choice Scarf set this time, because there's a lot of Pokemon here. There's a potential for even like a Scarf Deoxys, like a hidden Scarf Deoxys play, because like Deoxys doesn't necessarily set hazards. It's just a great lead Pokemon. that can threaten a ton of damage on whatever is facing it, and it's base 150. So we're making our Iron Boulder as a good revenge killer. We're running Mighty Cleave, Earthquake, Close Combat, Terra Blast, and we're running Terra Fire this week. Because look at the team, King Gambit. Probably not going to stay in its current form when I have it in and I go Terra Fire. Because my opponent will be able to see the Terra Fire. They're probably going to switch to some other specific Terra, and obviously Shaman and Genesect do not want to take a fire move. Yeah, Mighty Cleave, Earthquake, Close Combat, Terra Blast. We have 204 HP, max attack, 4 defense, and 48 speed to outspeed. I'm gonna say that's outspeed maybe a Deoxys. With a Scarf just to be faster than me. And these all work under Tapu Koko's Electric Surge. Next up, we have Ninetales. We have Alolan Ninetales holding the Light Clay this week. We're going back to Aurora Veils. Aurora Veil, Baton Pass, Moonblast Encore. 248 HP, 36 defense, 224 speed, and timid nature. The whole goal of this Pokemon is to set Aurora Veil and to click Baton Pass. And maybe click a Moonblast if it's advantageous. But there's not that many opportunities to get a very strong Moonblast in. And finally, we have Dos Equis, the Gyarados. My Mega Gyarados, it's holding its Megastone with Dragon Dance, EQ, Waterfall, and Temper Flare. Temper Flare being to hit Genesect and to hit Shaman. We're 100 HP, 252 attack, 156 speed. That is to be faster than Deoxys with a +1. And with a +1 Dragon Dance, and obviously Jolly Nature. So yeah, we're going to have plans to kind of just be faster than a lot of what my opponent has. I have a very fast team, but my opponent still has a 150 speed Deoxys that we need to try and outspeed. So let's go ahead and play the match and come back afterwards. All right, here we are. The match is over. Both of our group stages are done now, as we were the final match of my group to be played. So let's take a look at the team that my opponent brought. He brought Deoxys, Attack, Pawmot, Ditto, Genesect, Shaman Sky, and King Gambit. All Pokemon I pretty much expected to see. Although looking back, I don't think I did that much good prep specifically for Terra King Gambit. That was a little bit of an oversight on my part. The Ditto, I don't think you can plan for Ditto. Ditto is just going to be it's an imposter Pokemon. It's just going to copy whatever Pokemon it sees. But anyways, let's go ahead and go through the replay. And I'll give some thoughts. So first off, there's one of two things. This Pokemon is either Scarf or Deoxys is either Scarf or probably maybe just trying to be super fast, hit very hard. There definitely has been moments or matches where it's Scarfed. So I was kind of expecting it. But yeah, let's go ahead and start. So yeah, right off the bat, Exolus is like, I'm clicking Explosion. I'm just like, all right, whatever, fine. He can click whatever he wants. I'm still gonna click my Flamethrower. I set it to Sash. I did think maybe there would be a switch, and so I did want to cover for the fact that half of his team would get destroyed by a Flamethrower. But next up, he does hit the Psycho Boost, and I do take it down. I do take Deoxys down, and now Pawmot comes in. Pawmot threatens not a whole lot, but he does threaten a KO. So I switched to Coco, which I liked that switch. A Close Combat came in. I could have maybe let Palkia go down, but I thought later on Palkia could be still pretty good even at the 19% HP, just because his team doesn't have a ton of like Prio. But I was surprised with how good Close Combat without anything special really did. Here we got a... Here I went ahead and I switched into Mighty B. I went right to my boulder here just to immediately make a big threat. I have 3 turns of full electric terrain. So, let's see. I was going to try and make the most of it. Here I decided to Terra. And I decided to click CC on the off chance that they stayed. When in reality, it was probably always best to just click Terra Blast, Terrafire. Terrafire, Terra Blast, because no matter what comes in, it eats so much damage. Even if it's Ditto. Everything here is taking so much damage from it. I'm a ton... My attack is large. And instead, I put myself in a situation where I now have to switch out into Ninetales on an Air Slash, which does a ton of damage. So I think that was kind of a mistake I made, was not just clicking Terra Blast, and I think that might have costed me a lot of the game, because I think Terra Blast just one-shots the incoming Shaman, and then my opponent's in a really bad position. So I do get up the Aurora Veil. King Gambit comes in. I'm obviously threatened by Iron Head and any number of things. So I Baton Pass out to Iron Treads, expecting an Iron Head, and instead it's a Brick Break. Which actually did a ton of damage. I clicked EQ here. I don't think there was that much better of a click. Maybe I could have just clicked Rocks, to be honest. Instead, he clicks knock off my... He expected me to switch, is what happened. I just decided to take this opportunity to remove his item, and I knew that Roly-Poly wasn't sticking around for much longer. Now we bring back in... we bring this back in. We just click the U-turn. We go to Gyarados to get an Intimidate off. He clicks Giga Impact. This was not a move I was expecting, but Terra Normal Giga Impact is a very good choice by my opponent. So here we just take the KO with Earthquake. We could have used this opportunity. I should have used this opportunity to Dragon Dance, if I'm being honest. If I Dragon Dance, his King Gambit's has to recharge. So that's a mistake on my part. I think Dragon Dancing there makes all of my moves way more threatening. Instead, here I'm slower. So he just Volt Switches and my Pokemon goes down. If I had D-Danced, I was faster than his Pawmot. His Pawmot's now getting Earthquaked and going down. Or we're forcing a switch into Shaman, which then I could respond with a Temper Flare. So I did mess that up a lot. Okay, Shaman versus Ninetales. So I have a Blizzard click. Seed Flare almost takes me down. I just set up an Aurora Veil, which isn't great, but I figured that Ninetales wouldn't be the most useful. Oh, I didn't have Blizzard. That's right. So Aurora Veil was pretty much my only click. Coco comes in behind a Veil. Wild Charge does take it out, but now I've locked myself with a Palkia. There's 2 thought processes in my head now. I have to decide what I want to do. Because he's still got Genesect alive, I can't just bring Mighty B in and just let him go down. But the problem is that he's in a Volt Absorb Pokemon. So, and I'm locked in the Wild Charge. So what I honestly should have just gone to Palkia and just threatened him with any of my moves. Pretty much all of my moves probably one-shot this thing. It's a free switch, but then now he gets Deoxys back, or King Gambit or Shaman, and he chooses there with a Revival Blessing. So I'm absolutely screwed now. At this point, I don't think I can win. Genesect is very strong. Genesect and I didn't even realize that Genesect got this next move, which is Extreme Speed. I checked his move pool, but I didn't check for Prio. So he does have Prio on his team, and from here, it's just very tough. He's just clicking Extreme Speed, and I'm just going to click Terra Blast, and he's going to go to Sash. So that's 2 Sash Pokemon. His Deoxys has Focus Sash, and his Genesect was Focus Sash. I mean, it's a very good Sash, to be fair. Like, knowing that I'm probably going to have a Fire move to deal super effective, to deal 4x of special, like, it's worth having that. So here instead I brought my I brought my Coco in here to pretty much die because I knew he was just going to click 2 E-speeds. So Boulder comes in. Boulder gets extreme speeded for 45. I take the kill with an Earthquake because if I have any chance of winning this game, I'm faster. I essentially have to one-shot. This becomes Rock Psychic, which is actually weak to my move, to my Earthquake. And so I have to just essentially just pray and click an Earthquake, but Ditto is Electric Seeds. So he gets +1 defense, which is exactly why I was never winning. Electric Seeds actually keeps him alive, and then I go down to an Earthquake. So, in the end, as you see, the end of the game, I lose by 3. My tour ended there. It took me a while to get the video out because I've been kind of busy, and as much as I was very much actually trying to get this out quickly, I just got put on the back burner quite a little bit. But now that the tour's over, we have some more stuff coming up. We have Pokemon Masters League coming up, so that'll be as well as 2 other leagues I'll be competing in. So we'll be getting a ton of content coming in the next months. So keep an eye out for that. I will be doing previews of all my teams, and that'll be fun. So hope to see you all there for all the action. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.